Alright, so first off, I'd like to say Kal Alal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, to the brothers pushing this truth in all sincerity. Shalom. This is your brother Kanai with another episode of 5 minutes of James 5 minutes of Israel. Right, and I'll title this video Way of Life Beyond Coronavirus, Perilous Times. Alright, there are a lot of questions surrounding this whole coronavirus situation, right? And people want answers, right? One that stands out is whether or not our way of life, as we know it, will return to normal subsequent to the coronavirus health crisis, right? Looking at this video here, I can't play it because the quality is not so good, but there's a victim in this coronavirus victim in this video, and he's speaking about not experiencing any of the symptoms that they claim that you should be displaying once you are infected with coronavirus, but yet still it was tested positive. Alright, essentially what that means to you, family, friends, and everyone else out there is that you can be deemed by the government infected with coronavirus even if you're not displaying any symptoms. Now this is frightening because that means that they can just tell you that you have the virus, right? What they're moving towards now is getting into the communities, coming to your household, testing you. So this is why this lockdown situation that we're facing now, this is why the curfew, lockdown, all of that, this is why it is necessary, because they want you to be at home when they come to test you. Alright, what the government is not saying about the coronavirus situation, right? That's another point this video will address, right? And what will happen as a result of the initiative that they're taking to reduce the spread. Alright, one thing that they're not telling you is that the coronavirus situation is one component of a larger picture. Alright, plan is way bigger than that. Alright, but it is one of the main component. Alright, and let me just get this article. Alright, so this is theguardian.com. Alright, not seeing any author, but you can find it on theguardian.com, and it is titled COVID-19 could cause permanent shift towards home working. Right now, this is one of the reasons why I am in favor that things will not go back to normal subsequent to the coronavirus situation. Right, a lot of companies out there are already talking about adjusting the times or keeping the times to what they have adjusted them since the corona situation, right, subsequent to, right? So it's an economic shift, if you will, right? Here it reads, COVID-19 could permanently shift working patterns as companies forced to embrace remote working by the pandemic find that their employees do not want to return to office once the closures are lifted. The sudden increase in working from home is presenting problems as well as opportunities. On the one hand, startups such as Slack and Zoom and established giants including Google and Microsoft are offering their tools for free in the hope that people who start using them in the crisis may carry on once normality returns. Right, let me see if I can find point. Alright, so but it looks increasingly as if the situation will never go back to how it was. Many employees for companies who have sent all staff home are already starting to question why they had to go into the office. In the first place, large technology firms were some of the first to make the switch to remote working for all their staff, building on the pre-existing infrastructure such as office chat rooms, remote access to critical tools, and the fact that much knowledge work can be carried out remotely. Alright, so the point here, right, I won't read the entire article, you can get that, I'll put the link in the description. Alright, the article is basically showing you that the way of life as we used to it prior to the coronavirus will change afterwards. A lot of people don't want it to go back to the same, right? So this is just one aspect of it, right? But a whole lot will be changed, so things will never go back to normal. Alright, let me just get a precept. Next one, moving on to is what is the government not saying about coronavirus? Alright, government not saying a lot of things. They're not talking about the push to make the NIDS mandatory, or the needs, if you will. Right, they're not talking about mandatory quarantine. They're not talking about mandatory testing, which they're moving in. The plan on moving into communities to test you people, right? Willingly or not, right? They're not showing you. They're not talking about the increase, the rapid increase of unemployment is skyrocketing because of all the coronavirus issue, right? Um, so let me just get this precept. Prefer to start with this one. Starting Revelation 13, verse 13. Alright, and it reads, "And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men." There's one country on the face of the earth who've done that already, and that's America. "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Alright, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Now, if you inspect this word here, mark, it goes to the word, the Greek word charagma. Alright, we'll see it here in a bit. Alright.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
So excuse the audio, I don't know if you can hear it, but the word here is charagma, and what it means is a stamp or imprinted mark. A stamp or an imprinted mark. Where? On your body. Moving to the root of the word, which is charax. Right, it goes to a pale or a stake, something that is sharp, like a palisade. Right, you can see it there. Right, something that is sharp that they'll use to make this mark on your body. Alright, and the root word of charax is grapho, and grapho means to write with reference to the form of letters. So this is going back to written information. And so in short, this mark that they're talking about, the mark of the beast, is really the RFID chip that they plan on implementing, which is why they need to set up the NIDS and have the framework, a workable framework for the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Now, put it in short, the three words used here, charagma, charax, and grapho. Now, you put all that together, it essentially means that they'll make a mark on your body, right, with a sharp object like a needle to insert something or insert written information about you in your body. Right, now this will be used to do what? Scripture tells you, because it all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save ye that are the marks. If you don't have this mark, you won't be able to buy or sell, you won't be able to conduct any transaction. So this is another thing that the government is not saying, that they plan to go digital. They're moving towards a cashless society. That's what they want to do. Now, as I said, coronavirus is a small component, it's one component of a bigger picture. Alright? It's a CV that had the mark. Right, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom: let him that hath understanding quote the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. It is, and his number is 603 square and 6. Alright, so 66. Alright, moving on. Quickly get the next precept. Second Esdras chapter 16 verse 68. Alright, and it reads, for behold, the burning of the wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idol. Take away some of you. Alright. So as I said, I mentioned forced quarantine or mandatory quarantine. Right. This is an example of such. Alright, forced testing. I just showed you the video that they can tell you that they can just pretty much tell you that you have the coronavirus, even if you're not displaying any symptoms. So the government can just pinpoint you and say that you have it, pretty much. Alright, moving on. It say, and they that consent unto them shall be at in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right, so as I said, you have men of the Lord who been following this thing from the get-go, right? Being watchful, circumspect, and looking out for the time of Jacob's trouble, right? Looking out for the RFID chip, looking out for World War III, right? Looking out for all those things, right? Now, this is who it is talking about here, the men that fear the Lord, right? They shall be like madmen, and sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Alright, hear, O ye my beloved, say the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. The days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from seeing the men of the Lord. Right, what will happen to the others? Right, can't say the same for them. The scripture says 1/3 will be tried, right, as gold refined in fire, right, while 2/3 will be cut off, or 2/3 will get cut off and die. Alright, so that's what it is talking about. Of who? The Latinos, Native American Indians, and the Negroes. Alright, moving on. Alright, so I mentioned unemployment as well, skyrocketing. Right, now there's a particular precept, I'm not sure I can find it. Maybe I can find it after the video and post it in the description. That tells you that you need, there are certain essential components of a society, and you need all those individuals to be working, right, in order for a city to continue. Without those, a city cannot be. Alright, so I'll post that in the description. That is what is happening, with this unemployment thing. So a lot of individuals thinking that things will go back to normal. No, it won't go back to normal, because society here, as you can see, is crumbling. The grinding is coming to a stop. The grinding is ceasing, right? And if you have so many persons laid off, right, so many persons not working, so many people not doing anything, that's the recipe for social unrest, because these individuals need income, or need to earn an income in order to obtain food. Moving on, as I said, what will happen as a result of all these initiatives of the government. All right. One, famine or the lack of bread. All right, which, as I said, there we have a healthy recipe here for a social unrest. All right, let me quickly get Second Ezra chapter 15, and I'm starting at matter of fact, before I get to chapter 15, let me just read chapter 16. Alright, I will come back to chapter. I will come back to chapter 16. Alright, so chapter 15, verse 19. Alright, and it reads, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Why? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So a lot of these individuals won't have any access to food, won't have any food, so they'll come and they'll take your food. They'll take your shit, right? Forcefully. Without knives, guns, in any form of weapon. They'll come and they'll spoil your house for the lack of bread, right? That is what is about to happen, all right? Isaiah chapter 9, verse 19, and it reads, to the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, right? The land is being darkened right now, and people shall be as fuel of the fire. What fire? Thermonuclear fire, World War III, right? No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Right? Why? Because of the lack of bread. Famine is coming. You people, we've been warning you people about this famine, the lack of bread, right? Social unrest, economic collapse, looting, shooting, rioting, right? Total lockdown. This is what the government is heading towards, right? And then for you people who are so unruly already based on what we've seen, right? They're going to throw some of you people in concentration camps, right? Looking towards an economic collapse. Let me get Second Ezra chapter 15. Chapter 15, starting at verse 14. Alright, and it reads, let me start up a little bit more. Alright, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe to the world. Woe, the word woe means destruction, right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. We've been warning you people. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, swords in their hands, right? So you're going to have race wars. You're going to have the Latinos, the whites, the so-called blacks, everybody fighting against each other, the Asians, all of them, right? Especially in America, which is a melting pot, right? Heaping all nations onto themselves, right? You're going to see that big race war, social unrest, right? Rioting, the looting, the shooting, famine, right? Getting to second is 16. Um, uh, so for the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among the people, which is an uprising against the government. The government is pushing the citizens' backs against the wall, and when they have no choice, they'll fight back, right? They'll fight, right? They'll go hard at the police, the soldiers, the leaders of the city. They shall drag them out in the street and kill them publicly, or they shall burn them, right? And that is about to happen. That's what the people going to do, right? That's what your followers going to do, right? And it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they shall not regard the law. They might go do whatever they want to do, right? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. This right here is martial law, right? The government been talking about a disaster state, right? That is really like a state of emergency, right? And in a state of emergency, the government can do whatsoever they want to do, right? So people going out there now talking against the curfew, right? Saying that it's not a quarantine, it's a quarantote. Until a Jake is something else, right? And they're out there in the street, right? Government can do harmful things to you, right? Police officers can do, they are allowed to do it, right? Um, in this in a state of emergency, right? They shall restrict your movement, lock off certain border, force quarantine, make it mandatory, right? You want to leave where you can't leave. We've seen that in Bulgaria, right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another, and to repay the things that they've done unto them, right? Which is talking about repaying the men of the Lord for what they have done unto us, right? But all the kings of the earth will be gathered together to do what? To fight. This is World War III right here. All right. Moving on, let me get Second Ezra chapter 16. Right, and I think it is 14. Alright, so moving on. Second Ezra 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot forward of a mighty archer return it not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth and shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Alright, this is what? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. This is what is coming, people. The beginning of war, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for men to beat you people. Right? Why? Because you people, I'm saying you people are talking about the Latinos, Native American, Indians, and the Negroes, because you people have transgressed the laws that were given to you. Right? See, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, the victuals shall be so good cheap, right? And there's an article now in the Gleaner that speaks to gas prices coming down, right, by about $4.50, right? That they shall think themselves to be in good case, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword and famine and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So there's no going around it. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, meaning dead body will be in the street like shit. And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? And for all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. This is the movie I Am Legend with Will Smith. He was desirous of seeing other individuals, other men, right? But guess what? It was the only one. For of the city there shall be 10 left and 2 in the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Alright. And so you people have been warned. So the prophecy is fulfilling. 2020 is the year of prophecy. We're seeing them coming out now. Alright. And I mentioned the economic collapse as well. Let me get that. Yes. This is Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the door shall be shut in the street, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Alright, so all you celebrities out there, you know, your time is coming to an end, so enjoy it while it lasts. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because men go to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Right? So the grinding is ceasing right now. Right? What's the grinding? Work. Right? Do people have any work? In fact, the elites, right, the powers that be are already planning to give you people universal minimum wage, right? And so the plan is to have you people in homes, working from homes now, right? And they give you a universal income, or you have persons not working any at all, still getting that universal income, right? Just to sustain themselves, because a certain profession will become obsolete, right? New technology is taking over, right? Man, they destroying the powers that be are destroying this economy now, because they know that this one is coming to an end. You have many other economies before, many other empires before Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. It came to an end, right? You have the Greeks, you have the Medo-Persian, you have the Roman Empire, which is America is the Roman Empire all again, right? All those economy came to an end because what? You cannot have continual growth, right? You have growth, and then you have a decline. There's a time to everything that exists. You have a decline, and then it restarts. A new age, right? A new age, right? So this is what they have in store. This is what they're planning, right? And let me just get the last precept and wrapping up after. Oh, Revelation. You know what? I might just get another one. Revelation 11 verse 14, and it reads, "The second woe is past," World War III, "and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." Right, that is what we're looking out for. We're looking out for the chip. We're looking out for the World War III. Right, we're looking out for all these things. Right, the, the, the latter end of this age is not one that is beautiful. Beautiful to us, men of the Lord, hopeful elect. Alright, so this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5, and it reads, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise that was in the past, but they have new weaponry now, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this one is going down in fire, right? Thermonuclear fire, right? I'm gonna just get one more precept. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 1, and it reads, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. So this is what is about to come to this society, to this empire, right? And we patiently await that. Now with that, hope this video was edifying, right? And you people, you Israelites, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Negroes, better wake up and repent, right? Time is running out. Your judgment is right around the corner. Shalom.